Everybody, my name is Mario the Gamer, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about social media versus reality. Now, this is a topic a lot of people talk about, because in the back of everyone's minds, they know social media is not the same perception what the real world is. And you're like thinking, yeah, I know that, I know everything about that. But do you really? Because, quite frankly, almost no one does. And I'll give you an example. Think of a multi-millionaire, not like a person, but just think of an average multi-millionaire. Now, you probably just described them as a Lamborghini owning, mansion, stocks, fancy. But in reality, a lot of millionaires, they live lives just like you and me. And they just save all their money because, frankly, social media has described them as this fancy lifestyle when most people actually wouldn't like that, especially millionaires. I'll give you another example as well. You think of the average YouTuber, think of the average content creator, and think of how many followers they have. You got it? Now, you probably just thought of Queso, you probably just thought of Ludwig, you probably just thought of Slat, you probably just thought of not Mr. Beast, obviously, but you probably just thought of like a guy with 3 or 4 million subscribers. That's average. That is the top 1%. The majority is people like me, have 1,000 subs, which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful to be in the average because, frankly, that's what the average content creator is. But social media, what do you see? You see the top guys most of the time, so you think they're the majority, and that's why a lot of people try to get into content creations. It's not because they're passionate about it, it's because they want to be famous and big. And that is the way social media can brainwash you or change everything. Now, you might be looking at those two perspectives as positive things, we perceive them in a positive way, like they're successful. But a lot of social media can also change how you feel about stuff negatively. And that's the main thing I want to talk about. I think my first example is definitely going to be how life is perceived for these big streamers and big content creators. You know, you hear stories about how they went to these places or how they did all this and everything like that. And you think, man, my life is boring, man, I am not doing enough in my life. In reality, they're doing that for their job. Like, I'll give you a good example. IShowSpeed recently has been in Portugal, he's been to a lot of different places. And you're at home and you're like, man, I'm really not doing a lot. In reality, you're probably doing just as much as him because he's just doing his job. Sure, is he having fun while doing his job? Yes. But the only way he's able to go to those places and the only way he's able to do that is through his job. So he's not just able to do it out of the blue because, frankly, social media has made perceived like that's what you should be doing. You should be going out and doing everything you've ever known. You should be having a lot of money and sitting there and being able to go out to these big areas and like doing these big cool events. But in reality, no, that's just their life and their job. Your life is completely different from theirs. They are doing it for the job. I think my next example also is going to be how we perceive people. A lot of, especially Twitter, is perceiving people in a negative way, and how almost everyone is like super mean, how comment sections are, how everybody's just out to get you, and how cruel the world is. In reality, yes, the world is cruel and the world is unfair, but there's a lot of nice people. There's a lot. And you might be looking at like, man, I don't want to meet anyone because I look at this comment section, these guys are just making fun of this person for making bad content. You know, I'm thankful that I haven't had that yet. But, you know, people are nice. A lot of people are nice. Is there bad people? Yes. But most people you meet are going to be friendly and nice. I can guarantee you that. And, you know, social media just adds a negative to everything. Social media also makes it seem like there's so much happening around you. Like, for example, if you go to Twitter and you just scroll for a couple minutes, you'll see a lot of stuff happening, and it's not there, man. I think my point I'm trying to make is social media can absolutely make you feel like you're not doing enough and it makes you feel bad. That's the negative of social media. And a lot of people don't see it. A lot of people think that social media is reality in the sense that all the negativeness you're feeling is just real life. But a lot of the negativity you could feel is from social media. Like how people perceive themselves. People see Instagram models and people see like attractive people that are super famous. They think that that's the average person because that's what they see a lot. But once again, in reality, you look great, man. It's my social media. A lot of things is fake. There's a lot of fakeness in social media, and you might be looking at this video and be like, I know all this. But all the feelings you have about yourself could strive from social media. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. So at the end of the day, there is a positive and a negative to social media, but it's mostly negative. So make sure you know what real life and social media difference is. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.